Hello Game fan, the Steam summer sale is once again upon us, so get those wallets ready to praise Gaben once again. Let's begin with the heavy metal action platformer Valfaris, a game that has some of the most impressive pixel art, although there's the occasional 3D model thrown in here and there. You return to the fortress planet of Valfaris to seek revenge on your father, having to blast your way through mechanical monstrosities and squishy aliens in order to do so. With an impressive risk-reward system, forcing you to balance upgrades and checkpoints, as well as the free New Game Plus Heavy Metal mode released post-launch, makes this a no-brainer. An impressive older title that you might have missed is DEADBOLT, a stealth action platformer where you play as the avatar of death, having to put the undead to rest once again. The tactical choices that you have to make with regards to engagement is critical to your success, and with a variety of objectives and quite the arsenal of weapons, does make it worth a play. This is also from Clemmygames, developers of Risk of Rain, so if you enjoyed those games, make sure to check this out. What the Golf is the self-styled golf game for people who hate golf, which absolutely speaks to me, since stuffy old golf games were never my jam. Rather, this is one of the most creative titles in messing with the concept of playing golf, where literally everything is golf in this game, and for what that means, pick up the game to check it out, since I don't want to spoil the surprise, but trust me, it's a fun one. When it comes to indie Smash Bros, everyone probably points towards Rivals of Aether as the standout example, and while that is excellent, if you want something of a different speed, check out Roof Reach. It's a pixel art title with a martial arts theme, where the sheer variety of characters and fighting styles is the main draw, with surprisingly impressive CPU players as well, so not to worry if you cannot find a match.
Take my offer, Necromancer, or resist. Your fate is already woven.
I am nobody's puppet.
The darkest dungeon like Iratus Lord of the Dead released out of early access in April last year, where as a fan of the former, it certainly did get my attention. Playing as the titular Necromancer, this bleeds into some interesting systems and game design, where you're building your undead army out of organs, bones and limbs harvested from your enemies, where there's quite a nice variety of possible units as well.
Ooh, this will do nicely.
There's a meta RPG progression system for your character, leading to a compelling gameplay loop, where the Wrath of the Necromancer DLC did extend the endgame and is worth picking up as well.
Can you hear me? The shadows are dangerous. Stay away from the shadows. An escape plan is in development. Think the floor is lava.
I do enjoy the occasional first-person puzzle game, where a recent one of interest is Lightmatter, one where touching shadows does kill you, leading to high-stakes exploration and puzzling as you explore the compound. Interestingly, the first hour of the game is free, so no harm giving it a try, and if you happen to like it, the full game unlock is 75% off. Developer Ludosity is best known for the Zelda-like Ittle Deal series, but they have flexed their development chops with the Smash Bros-like Slap City as well as Card City Knights, using many of the same characters but does change up the mechanics. This game is about placing cards on a grid, almost akin to a triple triad, but with slightly different rules, where the deck building element of this is pretty good. If you enjoyed the thrill of opening booster packs but in a non-exploitative way that does not involve microtransactions, this is a title to get. Let's kick off the top 3 with the gory pixel art action platformer Blasphemous, one of my favourite games from 2019, currently at its historical steepest discount at 66% off. Play as the Penitent One, the sole survivor of the massacre of the Silent Sorrow, seeking to end something known as the Miracle in order to stop an endless cycle of death and rebirth. From the aesthetics and theme, this does draw upon religious influences, in particular, themes of penance, beliefs, damnation, and salvation, all wrapped up with the deliciously macabre aesthetic. Since launch, the developers have been putting out free content updates, which you might know from my big content patch series, including the Stir of Dawn and Strife and Ruin, featuring a familiar face to Metroidvania fans in the latter, making this a must-get if you have not already picked this up. Whenever I recommend Undertale, I do always have to give the caveat to ignore the fanbase and to avoid spoilers as much as you can, since pushing all the hype and fandom aside, there's quite a unique game underneath. It's a pretty meta experience, which was quite the novelty in 2015, looking like a regular old JRPG on the surface, but being so much more. I enjoyed the bullet avoidance part of combat, which is unique, as well as some of the best characters and music in games, so if for some reason you have never played this, do give this a go. As you know, I love Pyre from Supergiant Games, my favourite game from them before Hades came along, but now it sits comfortably at number 2. Unfortunately, people don't seem to be too hot on this game, but hear me out. It's part mystical basketball sports game crossed with a visual novel with adaptive storytelling, where the player has been exiled into the wasteland and must gather allies in order to escape. There's betrayal, intrigue, and a cast of truly spectacular characters, not to mention the fantastic action with a surprising amount of depth. Love this game to bits, so trust me on this one, taking the number 1 spot. For more sales picks from the past, check out this playlist where discounts should be at least the same or better, and I will see you after the jump.